How's it going, Omega? I don't know why it always defaults to 480p. I look kind of blurry. That might just be my webcam. I might reset that in a minute. Final episode of Magic Makers is out. That's cool. I'll have to watch that after. I can assure you I have a good reason why I wasn't playing earlier. The major one is, had to sort of, look after my cousin's children today. Like, they were here pretty early, like 5 o'clock or something like that. Luckily my aunt was here to do most of that, but like they kept bugging me, like, you know, in this room, so I couldn't really stream during that time or really do a lot of other things. I did take a nap sometime today, you know, since I woke up so freaking early. And the construction crew, they were not helping as well when I was trying to take my nap. Like, they literally like took the sidewalk and like just like, you know, ripped it out of the road. And there's currently down my street, there's like a bunch of piles of the old sidewalk. Like, it looks like giant rock candy pieces, essentially. Like, they're just everywhere. One more people to be able to join. Yeah, I think that camera's being weird or something. Excellent news, though. Excellent news. I mean, technically two great newses. So the first thing is I actually went on eBay and I bought a Rock Band guitar so I could finally play that Rock Band The Beatles, right? Which, it says it's untested, and I was trying to do some research. Like, there's plenty of listings for, like, under the category of, you know, parts, you know? But if you look under the stuff for, like, used or pre-owned, there's kind of a clause, like, if you get, like, an untested, item, you can refund and get your money back from eBay, because eBay kind of prioritizes, the buyer instead of the seller. But if the item is listed as parts, you know, like for parts, you know, non-working or whatever, then I think legally speaking, you can't really get your money back. So I tried to make sure that what I was buying, I at least had a chance to get my money back if it didn't work out. But yeah, that was about $50. And it should be here at like the start of April, so we'll see how that goes. But the other great news is, with a bit of finagling, like the stupidest way how, I got Clone Hero on my computer, you know, free download and all that. But after a lot of, you know, messing around, I finally got this PS2 controller, this, you know, Guitar Hero 2 guitar to work on my PC through this thing. I've had this for many years. This is a, it's like a Chinese adapter, PS2 to USB. It works just fine for controllers, because I've used it, like I said, I probably had this over a decade now. It's great. Cost maybe like $6 or $7. But the stupid thing about, and I have no idea how it worked, if I put the controller for the guitar in, like, the first port, you know, on the left-hand side for player 1, my computer does not register it whatsoever. Like, either in my controller settings for, like, my PC, Clone Hero does not recognize it. Like, it says it's a PS2, you know, controller, but when I try to assign it, like, the fret buttons and, you know, try to map it out, it will not let me do it. And I double-checked to make sure that it was working, like, you know, computer recognizes it, all that. I tried a regular controller, it mapped it just fine. But for some reason, I decided to put it into the player 2 slot instead of the player 1 slot, the guitar, and all of a sudden it starts working. I literally have no idea how that happened. I have no idea how that works. It does not make any sense to me whatsoever. So yeah. But yeah, I figured that out. That probably took at least, like, 2 hours to figure out. So now I can basically play Clone Hero on my computer with a PS2 control. Um, so that's pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy about that. I hope it's not lagging on the stream here. I do not. My VPN is not currently on, so. So yeah, now I could be a Clone Hero junkie, so that's pretty sweet, actually. They had some default songs on there. They were actually pretty fun. I played a couple of them. Free Cities of Canberra, huh? What is this from? Oh, right, that's from, your brother. Continental Censor, I believe that's from, yeah, that's from, what's her name? Karen. But yeah, that's been a pretty fair amount of my days just trying to screw around with that. Yeah, I hope more people get into Magic Maker. It's a good show. Does this... This thing seems a little quiet. Where'd I put the, Of course I left the stupid... Of course I left the remote over there. Apparently that's not working right now. I'll have to fix that. But thanks for resubbing, Funky. I appreciate it. Oh, Funky, you ever heard of a Clone Hero? Because I just got that working on my freaking computer. Which was a total pain to figure out the problem, because I tried to look at so many forums and diagnose it, but I ended up getting to work in, like, the dumbest way possible. Oh, you heard about me talking about my guitar spiel. So, yeah. Hopefully you'll see me play a lot of Guitar Hero, actually. I still don't know where the wireless thing is for my Guitar Hero 3 controller, but at the very least I can play all the PS2 Guitar Hero games with just the thing to my right, so... But for now we're doing Final Fantasy. We're living that fantasy today. Living that hump day fantasy, pretty much.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
No, you haven't heard of Clone Hero. You finally beat the Case of the Golden Idol plus the DLC a few minutes ago. Now you're working on the sequel game. Oh, you're talking about that, You're talking about that, like, mystery game you were telling me about? But yeah, what Clone Hero is, Funky, I know you know what Guitar Hero is. So around 10 years ago, there was a guy who used the, like, Unity engine, and he created something called Clone Hero, which is basically Guitar Hero, just, a duplicate on it, through open source means. It's completely free to download, and you can even, like, map your own songs on it, which is pretty freaking cool in and of itself. But the really neat thing is that since it's free, and there's a huge community of it, there's so many songs that you can already play on there. You just have to add them to your folder. Like one I tested out earlier, there's the Polka Rap, like the original Polka Rap. It's a remix, like a metal version by a guy called Jonathan Young, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, I'd recommend you guys just check it out, like, listen to it. But yeah, I was playing that just to test out, how the thing handled importing the songs. It's pretty simple.
Allow me to educate you. I have the details here.
One must
Yeah, I don't really
understand
care
one's
about
place
that,
in
to
the
be
world.
honest, Vivian. It's time to go to Canver, huh? No side questies, so let's just go over there. To Tabor. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that Rock Band controller. I hope it works fine. If not, in theory, I should get my money back at least. Because of how it's, because of how it was listed, you know, category-wise on eBay. So,
The free city's under siege. Who'd have thought it?
just don't jinx yourself. I mean, at the very least, if it doesn't work,
We set out.
then I'm out like $50, which still would suck a lot, but or hell, I should just I should just get all the Beatles songs and put them on Clone Hero. I actually looked it up. There's not a whole lot of Beatles songs actually mapped out on Clone Hero, unfortunately. But I'd imagine mapping out songs takes kind of a while, so it's not like people are getting paid for that shit, so you know.
Let us be rid of them.
Yeah, real briefly, I was looking at certain different combos you can do in this game. And one combo it actually recommended, you can actually use, what's it called, Wicked Wheel to get up in the air, and you can actually combine that with one of the Titan abilities, where you, like, you know, you use the Rock Fist, and that will actually let you, that'll let you avoid the wind-up, because apparently just by being in the air, you just automatically use the move, but the higher up you are in the air, the more damage that'll do upon impact with the ground. So I thought that was kind of cool. But, yeah, now I think about it, let me rearrange my thing a little bit. Let's see, which one did I want? I mean, I know I want Giga Flare on, without a doubt. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bunch of ability points. It actually recommended I use Will of the Wisps in combination with, Ignition. So I guess we could try that. Um, how much is this to master? I don't even fucking remember. 1,000? Uh, well, I mean, if that's already mastered, I mean, I'm always gonna have Phoenix Shift, so let's just exchange that for Ignition here. Yeah, supposedly that's a pretty good combo. Got the physics right. The higher you are, the harder the fall. Right. I mean, and it's kind of flashy too. I don't like the wind up for that. Raging Fist, there's not a wind up. That's why I like to use that more. But yeah, let's try this Ignition Wikes combo at least. But yeah, since I started so late, I was preoccupied most of the day. Like I said, children like to bother you a lot, so. And they made a lot of noise too, as you might imagine. I mean, I guess that was okay. I don't really have an opinion about this. Mega Flare! Mega Flare to the sky! Okay, I didn't like all the noise. No, she didn't. She's actually in my mom's room right now, on her bed. Relaxing. I figured, you know, when my mom goes to sleep, you know, she'll just join me. So. At least she didn't bite anyone. She was not the most comfortable though with those two kids here today though, and my aunt. So. But she's fine. She actually took a nap with me, around, I don't know, 1 o'clock or so. Like, I was pretty tired even just, like, around 5 o'clock, and I was like, dude, I need to... Like, you know, if I take another nap here, I'll probably just fall asleep and screw up any kind of sleeping. So I intentionally had a bit more, caffeine. Instead of coffee, though, I used, I had some black tea, which has caffeine, just not as much. I thought, well, I mean, this will be enough to keep me up for hopefully another 6 hours, so... So, you know. I don't know, I guess Ignition and Will of the Wisps could do pretty well. I think you're mostly supposed to use it to get a bunch of enemies, like, right in a line and kind of, like, corral them together, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna be going as long as I can here. Because I know it's gonna be 9 o'clock before I know it, so... Oh wow, I didn't think I could airwalk doing that. That's actually kind of cool. Apparently Ignition you know, ignores the laws of gravity when you're using it, so that's pretty sweet. I'd like to be able to take down the last Mother Crystal, but I might not make it that far. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Six hours would be past 2 a.m. I meant like I had the black tea at about 5. So like if I could last until like 11 o'clock, that's what I meant. I might have phrased that a little weird.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
I wonder if there's some Final Fantasy music on Clone Hero. There probably is. I'd love to play like 2 Xanarkin. That'd be pretty fucking sick on guitar. Oh shit. I just noticed that there's a side quest. Shit. Like I literally just noticed it.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is? Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
Wow.
Hey?
What a romantic. Yeah, hopefully it's still there. I can reload my thing if I really need to. I've only been playing like 10 minutes anyway.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you! I never thought I'd see the day.
Man, he's crying again. It's like he discovered his long-lost family. Oh, wait.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
How much you want to bet that we cannot go back? Evenfall. Or Evanfall. Yeah. Won't let us go back. God fucking damn it. Oh, wait. Yes, it will. And apparently it's just like, oh, progress will be lost upon you leaving the area. It's like, that's fine. I didn't have any progress.
What's happened?
Yeah, I literally almost avoided these fucking side quests. Let's go and tackle these up. We got trading places.
Cards at the gate are right.
Trading places. Oh, like that one movie with Dan Aykroyd and
We're going to do this.
Eddie
We need
Murphy.
help.
I like that movie.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent.
So at least one other
Theo,
side quest
if you
piece.
wouldn't mind making
Yeah, I think
arrangements
there's
for the
2 more.
transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
In like different districts
Of
like
course.
Rosaria and
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for
Sandbrick.
you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better
My
get
fucking
started.
foot fell asleep.
Try to clear the place out before the wagon
Hate it when
comes
that
rolling,
happens.
won't you?
I'll do my best.
Oh, I saw something absolutely hilarious.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
And
I'm sure you won't need it.
I would totally play it too if it was on like medium or hard setting. So there's this guy that going back to that clone here. There's this guy. He actually like note mapped the entire Shrek movie. You know, like the DreamWorks movie. The entire movie. He mapped it out, but like not like every single second of the movie. Like he did like the you know, like the different songs in the game. You know what I mean? Like Smash Mouth. You know, there's a fret thing for that. The little things that Donkey sings throughout the, you know, his like little ad lib singing. That's in the board too. But it's like the whole movie. And I was like, that is absolutely genius. It even does like the background music, like, you know, when he's like in the castle rescuing Fiona and shit. Like, I need to check it out. And I hope it's not only on the expert difficulty, because that's just absolutely insane to me. Oh, you've actually seen that Shrek thing before for Clone Hero? I need to check it out. If it's on anything less than expert, I'll give it a go.
Do you have any fresh
Like, that's probably the most genius thing I've ever seen someone do with Clone Hero. Okay, yeah, we want to go way over there, so let's just teleport over there. Hell, they could probably use that same content. They could probably use that same concept and apply it to some other movie, like, I don't know. Maybe like Fantasia, or I don't know, The Little Mermaid, you know, something with great music in it, you know. Yeah, thank God Clone Heroes is free, because DreamWorks would have sued the fuck out of them. But yeah, the guy I watched, I didn't watch the whole video. I need to go back to it just because it's hilarious. The guy who did it on YouTube, he didn't show the whole movie, of course, because, you know, it's copyright strike and all that. But he had like an abridged version of it, and for some reason it was actually loud on there, which is kind of amazing. I think the only reason how he got away with it is because a lot of things are covered up from the Raw movie, including like his webcam, the fretboard, you know, like his stream chat. And also, he did talk throughout the movie quite a lot, so. And since it's just in snippets, it's, you know, it's not like an exchange, you know, of the actual movie. Like, it's not a replacement for it. But I just thought that was the silliest shit. Like, I need to show my friend Chase that. And I'm kind of tempted to tell him to check out Clone Hero also. He's still got a PS2 guitar. All he needs is an adapter. And I think pretty much any PC can run Clone Hero. I mean, it's not really... Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, maybe this is better than I thought. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, I guess Ignition is pretty good. Like, it just gathers them all together. Like, holy shit. Apparently there's more guys. I don't know. Maybe I should master that ignition. I don't know, dude. Because that... Or at least extend it.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're
Like, that
right.
might not be a bad idea to
Let's head back to
work
Boglat.
on that. Let me, turn in my side quest first. Surely I have an accessory that boosts the length of, one of those two spells.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
Hold on a sec. Come on, you stupid cord. Yeah, I'm starting to think my,
You're still in negotiations.
my Guitar Hero 3 receiver might actually be at my sister's place, because I've looked for it fair amount today, still can't find it. So,
I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
on the plus side, look what I found in a random thing. I found my Link amiibo. Isn't that badass, huh? Pretty sure this is based off of the Twilight Princess Link. So yeah. Because unlike some nerds that like to keep all their amiibos in a box, I opened mine. I'm sure the person knows that I'm talking shit about them.
Clive,
You wanted to talk?
the man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister, he represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has.
Hey, Keiko.
They operate across the
Want to be
length and breadth
famous?
of the Republic,
Want to be famous?
and they're still expanding.
Hmm?
They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't.
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such
Smash Bros.
opportunity.
Link, whatever.
Eloise saved me from slavery.
Looks the most like the Twilight Princess
She has
one, so
striven
that's what
to
I
save
call him.
others like me ever since. But this was not
I have, I think,
the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams for my sake. She freed me from my bonds. And she must
I
be
know I have
freed
the
from
Wolf
hers
Link
in turn.
amiibo. I could have sworn I had one more, though.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life.
I don't fucking remember.
Each time an opportunity to do just that
I have been
arises,
tempted to
she
get the
turns it down.
Ganondorf one,
For my sake.
because I know when you use that for Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, it actually
Which is
it
why I want
unlocks
this
a hard
time to
mode,
be
I think.
different. To
I believe
show
it
her
also
that I
does
don't
something
need
like
to be
that in
passed over anymore. Though I'm
Tears
sure
of the
I'll still
Kingdom
need some help
also.
from time to time.
Or
I
I'm
trust
sorry,
you can
Breath of the
count on me.
Wild is what I meant to say.
Always.
Thank you, Clive.
Keiko's staring at me now.
Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Yeah, I could have sworn I had a third amiibo, but I can't remember what it... Did I get one for... Or maybe my sister actually has one. I could have sworn I had like a Mario-based amiibo, but no, I think the only one I have is Link and Wolf Link, because that's part of the Wii U game, which I'm not even sure where that is. Well, shit, that better be somewhere, because that's actually kind of worth a lot. The Wii U Twilight Princess with the Wolf Link thing. I actually, when I played that a couple years ago, I actually, like, I think it was, like, still sealed, like, unopened, but I did not give a single fuck. I wanted to play the game, so I opened that bad boy. I gave no fucks at all. It's kind of a big no-no for collectors, though, to do that. But I still have other sealed games. Hell, if you guys are really into collecting VHS, I've got probably about 20 in this room that aren't even mine that are sealed. From when my mom bought them from Walmart. Like literally on the shelf here above me, I got a sealed Purple Rain, you know, Prince, a sealed Field of Dreams. It looks like a sealed Jerry Maguire, which I've actually heard that's a decent film. See, I know on the other shelf there's, let's see, sealed Roadhouse, sealed Ghost, sealed Face Off with John Travolta, I think is in that. Sealed Apollo 13, which is a pretty good film, honestly. Sealed Twister, and a couple other ones I can't really read. So yeah, I got some sealed VHS tapes. Woo! Like anyone gives a fuck. They might in another 20 years, though. You never know. I don't know.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell.
Oh, they actually re-released the
As
Wolf
you
Link
know,
separately,
our
so the
time
price,
grows short.
price probably came down a
The
bit.
Lord
I
Chief
figured that was part of why it
Justice
was
of
valuable,
the
is that was the only way we could get Wolf
We must
Link.
strike now.
I mean,
Before we part,
whatever.
I want you to know that though I may not always have been your most vocal
So,
ally, I trust you.
Probably the
as I
best way to
trusted
ever
your
play...
predecessor.
Probably the best way to ever play Twilight Princess, to be honest, is on the Wii U.
And I understand more than anyone.
I'm
how
trying to
you
remember if
feel.
they ported that to the Switch or not. I could have sworn they
Really
didn't.
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lost Wing? Everything.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that my
Lost Wing to achieve
my
its
library, you know, next to my town,
Is
it
it
doesn't
found
actually
the
have
knowledge
Tears
will
of the
have served
Kingdom
its
yet.
purpose? My comrades
They have
and
the
I
other
are
newest
sure
Zelda
of
game,
our
the
cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what
Echoes
may.
of Wisdom.
But
But I don't think it
there
has
are
Tears of the
those among
Kingdom. I
us
thought
who cannot
that's kind of
fight.
weird, because that game's older.
The elderly, bearers
Now that
afflicted
game's
by
almost
the
what, 2 years
curse.
old now?
I would place Lostwing in their hands.
Still don't know when I'm gonna buy it.
If I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once
Now,
more.
the only thing I know about that fucking
Will you
game is
take
when I
them
saw
to
you play
hiding,
Funky.
that they might live even should Lostwing die.
I will.
Let's do this sidey questy.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's paths, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Okay. For great justice. Tears blows Breath of the Wild out of the water. Does it? I mean, I know technically the world is like multi-layered. I know that's kind of the main like facet with the game, and like the first time you showed me that map and you showed all the different layers, and I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Like that's crazy that they could put that amount of content on there, you know, geometry-wise. It's like, man, dude, like there is actually such a thing as too big of a game, believe it or not. People are like, no, man, no, it doesn't exist. It does exist, dude. I mean, case in point, go check out, I think the biggest video game, like, map ever created was probably for, not MMO, was, Daggerfall. The game map in Daggerfall is fucking enormously big. But because, you know, that's an old PC game, like, you don't really experience, like, how big it actually is. I know Elden Ring is pretty fucking big. I do know that. I know The Witcher 3's world is pretty big as well. I think that's like 10th or 9th biggest area in video games. Better not MMO.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can.
I'm actually kind of curious how large RuneScape is relatively.
If that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him.
I mean, it's going to be even bigger when they put in sailing, that's for fucking sure.
Telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more.
Which is kind of genius, to be honest, because all that ocean has just been empty space.
I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Okay. Make for... what did that say? Heaven? Heaven Hall? Okay. Probably closest would be over here. So. Keiko. Keiko, you keep staring at me. What is it? Hey, baby? Hey, baby? Well, you just sniffing around now, huh? Sniffing around? I thought you wanted pets. No? No pets? Change your mind? You're just gonna stick your butt in the air? Hmm? You're just gonna chill next to me? What a spoiled cat you are. I bet you were stressed because of those kids today, weren't you? Hmm? What is it, girl? Keiko might want to be a baby now. What is it, Keiko? What? And you're looking really shiny. Which is weird because I don't really brush you. Must be just your diet. Let me move this tablet. Yeah, I guess Kitty's gonna chill with us, guys. This thing's barely charged. I should have charged this earlier while I was napping. I wasn't thinking. Let's go and get Ambrosia here. Oh, just for Grinzies, I mean, didn't really feel like watching anything else. I watched another one of those, like Greek myth, things on, Amazon Prime. Who's talking about, the many, lovers that, Zeus had. Which, if you know anything about Greek myth, it involved a lot of, a lot of deception and a lot of, like, bestiality, too. I don't know. For some reason, Zeus was really into that. I don't know why. I guess he's fucked in the head.
No. Don't tell me we're too late.
For some reason, I'm kind of getting, mansion vibes from Kingdom Hearts, you know what I mean? Like, where Nominee's hiding in that white room. When going through a gate like that.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way.
Oh. I'm sorry for all the Yuns, people.
They died. For nothing.
Like, I'd like to play at least until 11.
This must be the guard dog.
Well, not at least, at most 11. Or realistically, probably like 10:30. But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Or at least I have Septerra Core tomorrow. Those children are coming back actually on a Friday, so that's probably not really going to be able to do much there. At least not until they leave. Thursday I basically have all day, and the thing is I'm kind of because they're working on the the thing more and more. I'm kind of forced to stay around here, so... Damn it. I mistimed that a little. Definitely could have done that a little bit more gloriously, but point is he's dead, so. Oh, I just noticed I have over 1,000 ability points. I might as well master that ignition then.
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear, just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost, so that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
Yeah, I've got to check out what that's about. Freaking massacre happened while we were doing the side quest? Oh, it's flooded with ether.
Lostwing.
Huh.
My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool. Damn it.
Guess I gotta kill him. That's fine. I can take it. I'm tough. That is kind of hard to aim. You know, one thing I noticed, like, maybe I should have a set that has no stun things, because, like, these regular enemies, they don't have anything like stun. It doesn't exist, so kind of feels like, what's the point of that being on my thing then? Can I not, I was about to say, can I not cancel that? I had nothing to kill there, but let's try this. Done like dinner. Good, level 39.
I need to get back to Quentin.
Yeah, let me actually let me maybe make a separate or I mean I could just exchange gouge with any other thing like yeah, I'll put Scarlet Cyclone there cuz that's mastered. Which reminds me, let's go ahead and master the ignition, I guess. So yeah, let me look at my gear here. Okay, so Willow Bike's duration increased by 5 seconds. Is there something else that does the same? Ignition, ignition, ignition. Reduces ignition cooldown time by 2.2 seconds. Increases ignition damage by 12%. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I guess I'll increase the damage. Shit. Hopefully I bought all songs from here. Otherwise, you have to wait for New Game Plus. I don't have enough money to buy all the songs, dude. Like, I literally don't have enough money. Because there's at least, I don't know, frickin'... Where's my fucking gill again? There it is. 61,533. Or, wait, are you talking about, like, from this particular area? I mean, I guess I'll have to wait for New Game Plus. I doubt I got all the songs. I mean, I'm not too worried. I mean, I'm going to play New Game Plus anyway, so it's not really that big a deal. Just get it next time. And I mean, I have to go on New Game Plus just to get the ultimate weapon in the game, according to my friend Chase, so... Wait, there's no way I have enough money to... There's no way I have enough money to buy all the song scrolls anyway. A lot of them are too expensive. You know, like 40,000 gil or something like that. Boy, Quentin looks like shit, doesn't he?
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why, just a village. We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinton will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest
Oh,
wine will
yeah.
suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Ooh. Hangman sideboard. Okay, and I got a thing that reduces cooldown of Wicked Wheel. Okay. Next side quest is over here at Martha's Rest. What does Martha want this time? Guess we'll find out.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
I mean, Clive ain't made a gill. He spends all of his money on fucking iTunes songs, essentially.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy.
Yeah?
What happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too.
Okay, so gotta kill the bandits,
Their
basically.
raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Yeah, another thing, when I was looking for that that wireless adapter for the guitar, I was finding a bunch of shit like I found some a bunch of like Game Boy Advances, a couple SPs, you know, just GBA games, bunch of like mini flashlights. I don't know why I have so many of those. I think I keep getting them every year for Christmas for like, you know, like my car, like one of those emergency lights or something. And I got a bunch of like USB things too, some of which probably don't even really work anymore, but... Oh wow. I have a USB from where I went to college. It says Ivy Tech on it. That's kind of cute. So... Yeah, I just need to make like a huge drawer of like all my one-off things. Like I need to make a huge bin of like all my handheld games, you know, that are cartridge based, you know, like Game Boy, DS, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
You know, I'm kind of thinking, is it even really a good idea to bother, you know, settling in Eastpool? I mean, if the, you know, if the Blight's coming anyway, like, and it's kind of and I mean, it kind of has bad memories there too. I don't. Who's to say it won't get raided again or something? But then again, like, most of our enemies are dead at this point of the game, so. I guess I kind of get Martha's, thinking. My brain is getting slower and slower, I can already tell. Unfortunately, everyone's just gonna have to deal with it. Man, that does a bunch! Holy shit, dude! Yeah, that's way better when it's mastered. Kind of nuts, actually. Yeah, talk about talk about overkill. I just mega flared that one dude by himself. Uh-oh. We got a flan or whatever. It's called a 2 scoops. Okay.
Doesn't matter. It goes to.
That was by pure luck I did that, by the way. I thought that'd do more damage, but whatever. At least I was kind of flashy about it, ending him with a Mega Flare when he was down for the count. Yeah, New Game Plus, I definitely need to scrounge up the 6,000 ability points to master that.
I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its
I
kind.
doubt it.
Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashak in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Yeah, for sure.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Good amount of ability points there. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, I actually managed to get a Bowling for Soup song. Like, not a remix, like the actual song on Clone Hero. The girl the bad guys want was the song. I might actually play that before I go to sleep. Then again, like, maybe I shouldn't. Like, part of the reason I stopped playing Clone Hero, I was like, man, I need to relax here. Like, this is getting me too, like, amped up or whatever. Like, this is way more chill than anything Guitar Hero related.
Anything catch your eye?
Apparently you have more items to buy? No? Okay, maybe he had a new role and I didn't notice it in his inventory. I'll tell you what, we'll buy a couple of these $8,000 ones.
Obliged. Thanks very much. There you go.
There.
Thanks very much.
And Grease's Stone Sin, tonic duration by 30 seconds. Yeah, we don't want that.
That all, is it?
That shit's for the birds. Yeah, now I believe we are ready to get back to the action, so let's see what we can do here the next half hour, whatever. Oh, this just shows the same cutscene then, right?
Sounds like thunder.
You're late.
Yeah. Yeah, skip. Don't need to see that again. Back to where we were. Surprised how comfortable Keiko is right now. She don't give a fuck. I just felt like putting a save file there. Screw it. Alright, let's get some action done.
Alright, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Yeah. Let's find the guys who were singing I'm a Survivor by Reba McEntire. Just for grins, because that's one of my mom's favorite country artists, I actually found a Reba song on Clone Hero as well. I'll play it just for grinsies. I never cared for her music though, I don't really like country, so... Oh wow, that literally tore through those guys, dude. What a bunch of pussies. Jeez. Literally just bum rushed them to death. I don't even know how I did it, but I got 30,000. me put back on the the gouge here, since we got guys that can defend against that. Man, mention that Bowling for Soup song. It's stuck in my head now. That's great. Hey, look, more guys to kill. Yay! Oh boy. Well, you're actually the monster here, Clive. Didn't you know that? That was a pretty bad joke. I apologize. Good thing Kitty didn't hear me. She probably would have bit me for that bad joke. Okay, so we're just going through the gate here. Hopefully we can at least kill a mini-boss before I go to sleep. That'd be nice. Ooh, piece of candy. Anything up here? This is just... Okay, it just leads to a dead end. Gotcha. Hey, look, doggos. Like, evil doggos. Hell yeah! I got the 50,000, boys. I thought I had a chance using a strength tonic. Badass. I actually did on my own for once. Badass. There's probably a way to do that without the strength tonic, but I don't give a fuck. It's always good when you fuck around and find out. So, probably my biggest accomplishment tonight, to be honest. First time I got 51,000, so. And there's probably another one for doing max damage, but that probably involves a certain strat or being a certain level or whatever. Well, it's probably fairly simple to do once you have the one thing's maxed out, the ultimate attacks. Ah, shit! Someone's casting Bravery. That's lame. That is pretty sweet. Casting Mega Flare, holy shit, dude. Even the upgraded form wrecks through a lot of guys here. I don't even want to imagine how good the mastered form is of that. You know, what if I had like an amulet that like extended it by like, I don't know, 3 seconds or something? I don't know. It'd be totally fucking nuts. Alright, we can only go this way, so. I smell a mini-boss!
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Okay, it's just more of these douchebags. Alright. That's fine. Thought we were gonna have a cool mini-boss, man. Mega Flare everything to death. 'Cause I don't give a fuck. Kill everything with the Mega Flare. Oh, we got a big boy here. Okay. I'm fine. Keep on forgetting that I have this at my disposal. Oh, he died.
Where the city's leaders gather.
Might as well turn that off.
May still be survivors inside.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could call that a mini-boss. I don't know. Seemed a little bit too easy. Keep on trucking. Yank this other chest. Ooh, wait, oh, that's for Flare Breath. I don't like that move. I thought that was for Mega Flare, Giga Flare. Fuck that necklace, then it sucks.
Where are they?
Oh boy, more badgies.
These creatures. Does Ultima's reach extend this far?
Of course it does. You know it does. Ultima fucking sucks, bro. More guys, huh?
Where is your master? What does he want?
For God's sakes.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Okay.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield.
This guy totally looks like an enemy from Dark Souls, doesn't he? Or maybe from Bloodborne, I don't know. His armor was maybe a little bit more sinister looking. And Giga Flare does a lot. I'm waiting for this other thing to recharge so I can hit him a lot when he gets his guard down, you know what I mean? Okay, 41,000. That's not bad.
Little trick.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired.
Time to show the Clive's ultimate power.
I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely.
So he has Odin's spear. Good to know. Boy, that sure looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and like dodge that and not, you know, get fucking killed. You know? Might be a good idea. Okay, now he looks like a Dark Souls boss for sure. With that fucking spear there. Looks pretty fucking badass, I gotta say. Shit, I should cast that at the start of that. Well, okay, that was me being an idiot.
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree? Actually, I wouldn't.
Too easy. Okay, I didn't get that one, but...
Enjoying yourself? More, Yukos. Give me more. More. More.
Fucking cunt. Fuck.
Nice try.
Okay, this one actually is a fair challenge. About out of potions here. I about got him though. Damn it! Point blank, bitch! Yeah, he was actually a legitimate challenge there. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Oh no, we got this one thing used in crafting. Great.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Hurry up and die, dude. We're fighting Odin next, right? Or whatever the hell that guy's name was. The King of Sandbreak or whatever. I forget his dumb name.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Well then. Yeah, it's that guy.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Yeah, King of Waloed.
Get back.
Time to kill Odin, guys.
I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
That looks familiar.
Try it.
Sick music playing.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Oh no, is this when Jillybean is dead? Because we know Jilly's not gonna... We know Jill isn't gonna take him down, let's be honest.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
I mean, she's probably not comfortable, though.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
So let's go to the hideaway. It's not like we're gonna go anywhere else. A Song of Hope, huh?
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Okay, a lot of things are now available. So let's change our music here. Might as well. The Shoulders of Giants. That sounds cool. I like that. I know I have to buy...
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most...
Sounds like a good way to get fucking killed.
But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint Gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say, I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
I mean, yeah, you're a little bit more hardcore for stabbing that guy's eye out, but I doubt you could do shit to Clive.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Let's see. Okay, so that's a ring blade. I assume we can probably make, I'm just kind of curious what else you had here. Yeah, we might as well buy, Automatically charges magic spells. I was just kind of curious what that did. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy these, Oh, wait, what? Oh! I didn't even know there was a thing to increase skill earned. Increases EXP earned by 50%. Increases ability points earned in normal encounters by 20%. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know you sold them, unless I just now noticed that. Huh. Okay, then.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
Max that out, max that out.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Okay.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
What do you want?
Okay, so Rune Blade +1 we can make with the insignia. Cool, cool.
No scratches, right?
Ding, fries are done. Rune belt we can make also. Okay, sure. A little bit more defense, so.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
And as I expected, rune crescents +1 we can also make, which is a itty bit more defense. Okay.
Should last you a good while.
And I don't suppose we can reinforce that at all, can we? We can? Okay. A little bit more defense on that.
It'll do.
A little bit more defense on that.
You can thank me later.
And a little bit more attack and stagger on the rune blade. Cool.
My best work, but it'll do.
Badass.
Anything else?
More bounties on the board. I guess we could look at our letters. We'll look at the wall later. For all I know, we have a thought maybe there's a side quest there. No, not quite. Let me actually double check. Is there enough? Okay, yeah, no side quest. All right.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tons of plenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to you?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with it?
Let's ask him about more of his adventures, huh? Apparently, he flew to all the way bottom of Demekian's Basin.
What did you find down there?
And he found a deeper understanding. Yeah, this text goes too fast for me to read out loud, so. Yeah, apparently he went there for self-discovery or whatever. And he found out he can't swim. Wow. That's just great. Okay, more hunts. Looks like we got a B rank. B and an A. I'm sure I could do those. Not tonight though. I'd rather go to sleep, which is why I'm just gonna take a screenshot of those. One's in Lost Wing and one's in the Sickle. Okay. The Man in Black. The Man in Black. I don't suppose it's an Organization 13 member from Kingdom Hearts, is it? That'd be really fucking cool, but there's no way that's possible. Just when we get there and it's actually like fucking... And it's actually like Xemnas. He pulls out like the laser swords or whatever. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Because I really want to go to sleep now. I feel like this is probably a good stopping point anyway, so... Got a little bit of action in. Yeah, tomorrow should be doing more Septerra Core just fine. As for Friday, sounds like more babysitting, so who knows when I can actually stream that night, but it'll be more 16. I know it's getting pretty close to April, so... And I know in April I wanted to do, like, Yu Yu Hakusho stuff. Yeah, you saw I got the 50,000 power. I had to use a strength tonic to it, and I had to kind of time a particular enemy. But yeah, it was pretty sweet I got that trophy without having to Google a technique for it, so... let's see... I'm definitely going to be fucking around with that that clone here tomorrow. Who do we want to raid? I guess we could raid Monjo. She's playing Forager. Have I heard of that before? Oh, yeah. I think I've heard of it before. Actually, wasn't that free on Epic Game Store like a couple months ago? It sounds very familiar. So freaking tired, dude. Yeah, more side quests in Septerra tomorrow, so look forward to that, people. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.